This is Cincinnati People, your peek into the creative and curious side of Cincinnati.
From fun to food, entertainment, and much more, you'll find it here. Hey there guys, welcome back to another episode of Cincinnati People. We are taking you out and around the tri-state as you head into your 4th of July weekend. We're also talking about a lot of summer fun. 4th of July though, right around the corner, our Catherine Nero introduces you to everything you need to know. Fireworks and the parades, where you're gonna get the best candy, all of that. Here she is.
Have I always thought it was just a little bit strange that the city of Cincinnati doesn't have one centralized big fireworks show on the 4th of July? Absolutely. But on the bright side, what that means is that there are lots of different ways that you can celebrate Independence Day. Red, White, and Blue Ash is on the 4th, and in addition to a huge fireworks show, you can hear Blessed Union of Souls and Gavin DeGraw before the big boom. Washington Park hosts 4th of July from 4 to 10 on Monday with fireworks around 9:15. In Middletown, Smith Park is hosting events on Sunday the 3rd from 4 to 11 with fireworks to end the day. Loveland has fun all over the city, including a parade, lawn games, a concert, and fireworks throughout the day on the 4th. Florence will celebrate with fireworks on Sunday the 3rd at 10 p.m. And of course, there are parades happening all over town and all weekend long. Fort Thomas's is on Saturday the 2nd, and then on the 4th, Sailor Park has a bike parade at 10 a.m. And then, of course, the famous North Side 4th Parade is at noon. Happy Independence Day.
Y'alls and smaller league teams because I feel like you can just pack more fun into the games. Nothing against our hometown team, but you've got ticket prices that are amazingly low. What are those prices?
I think they're $11 per ticket, and on Tuesday nights they're $2. That's part of our $2 Tuesday. So you get game tickets, Twisted Tea drafts for $2, popcorn for $2, soda for $2, all bunch ice cream. Nights like tonight, you want an ice cream, that's $2 on Tuesday. So
awesome.
You factor that all in, it's a very affordable price.
And a simple statement. Why should someone come out to a Y'alls game?
It's fun. Baseball is a very fun sport in general, at least I think so. Some would say it's a little bit too slow and boring, but even in one of those games that does drag, you're going to be entertained from start to finish. On-field promotions, on top of the dugout promotions, a whole bunch of kind of stuff that it's going to be just fun for family and friends and couples, whatever it might be. Kids zone down in left field, Friday night, fireworks after the game, post-game band concerts after the game on Saturday nights. If you're of drinking age 21 and over, Thirsty Thursdays, $1 draft beers on Thursday nights. So
can't get better than that.
I mean, really, right? $1 for a beer.
I love that.
Where are you going to go for $1 and get a beer?
Pretty much nowhere.
Nowhere.
I love that.
Y'alls.
Yeah, except for the Y'alls. And I love the name. I know when it changed over, obviously there's so much history there in the Frontier League, but the Y'alls is so Cincinnati. It's so Northern Kentucky. It's so perfect. What was the response been like? And I know you've got gear all over. People just scooping that up.
Well, the colors really pop at you, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's the light blue and the red and the white that really pops for you. But no, it's been fantastic. The response has been great. There are still some people that only know us as the Freedom, and that just kind of, like you said, weeding out that tradition. And of course, we love our tradition with the Freedom, had a lot of success when we were the Freedom, and that was kind of our start. The organization originated in Pennsylvania and then came here to Northern Kentucky, became the Freedom, had a lot of good years as the Freedom, but like a lot of minor league teams around the country, a lot of those affiliated teams, they have started to rebrand, and the Y'alls kind of saw the writing on the wall that, hey, if we need to stay relevant, we need to kind of change it up a little bit here and find a way to re-engage our fans a little bit, and the response has been fantastic. The merchandise sales have been through the roof. It's been, great, the response that we've had. you best believe that when the team is at home, it's going to be a fun, family-friendly, affordable atmosphere that anyone can enjoy.
And you guys know just as much as I do how hot and steamy it can get in Cincinnati and the tri-state area in the summer months, even going into early fall. So we've got a good list for you on the best places to cool off, including right here at Smale Park.
Well, there are plenty of ways to stay cool out and around the tri-state this summer, even though only 8 CRC pools in the city of Cincinnati are open. That's due to a lifeguard shortage. But in addition to that, you also have 9 splash pads to use at your leisure, and you do not have to pay any entrance fees for that. Entrance fees for those pools, by the way, only a couple dollars a day. In Northern Kentucky, you have the Florence Family Aquatic Center, a beautiful facility with a lazy river, a competition pool, 0-depth entry pool, 2 spray grounds, and so much more. The Pat O'Neill Memorial Pool and Splash Park, another beautiful facility, opened up mid-June of this year right in downtown Lawrenceburg. In addition to all of that, Great Parks of Hamilton County reopened its wet playgrounds for the season, and that started Memorial Day weekend. They have multiple new safety improvements in place at each site, and Parky's Wetland Adventure in Woodland Mound and Parky's Ark in Winton Woods. Both wet playgrounds are scheduled to remain open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily through August 14th. So no matter where you look across the tri-state, plenty of options to dive in and cool off this summer.
Hi, my name is Cam Baxter. I'm the tattoo artist and owner at Got Ink Studios on Central Parkway. Yeah, so I was born and raised in College Hill, so I'm, north of Cincinnati downtown, but I'm born and raised here. I went to school at North College Hill High School, and I've been in the area of tattooing here for about 10 years, so I've definitely, familiar with everything Cincinnati. I'm born and raised here, so. Man, my first tattoo I got when I was 14 years old. It was on my arm, it was from my mother. I was young, but it was definitely something where I knew that I was interested in that field. And art for me is something that's always been a backbone, something that I've always had, but I never knew I could, pursue it into a professional manner like this, so it's pretty cool. In and around Cincinnati, absolutely. I've been doing this for a long time, so many, pro athletes, college athletes locally, a lot of entrepreneurs and other owners here in the city of Cincinnati, and just everybody. I've been doing this for so long, so I feel like I'm connected to everybody somehow. What I love about tattooing is that I get to meet so many different people, everybody from different walks of life. I mean, I feel like if I need someone who does landscaping, or I need somebody to build me a house or anything, I know somebody that does everything, so many people are getting tattoos nowadays. I just feel like I'm meeting so many people that have opened up doors for me, beyond. So, I mean, tattooing is, in a sense, a gift that's been given to me that's, it's getting me through life and, giving me all types of new opportunities. So I love tattoo for that reason. My favorite tattoo that I've ever done, I just recently worked on a back piece that was pretty good. This girl let me, work on a back piece for her for about 4 sessions, 4 big sessions. So it's pretty nice to have somebody give you that kind of freedom, and trust you like that too. So I was very happy with that piece, so, yeah. My favorite thing about Cincinnati, that's a good question because I love so many things. I mean, from the food, I love, our city and the parks that we have. I love all the landscaping that we have. I just think it's a beautiful city to look at, the appearance of our city. When you cross that bridge and you're coming in from the airport because you've been out of town for a week or 2 weeks, and you see our skyline, that's what I love about Cincinnati, the beauty of it. It truly is the Queen City of the Midwest, and that's why I think the mural is going to be so important, to have such a piece like that, like a representation that we are the Queen City. So that's something I love, the beauty of the city. So.
I'm excited to be here at Lachey Art, so come along with me. We're going to talk to Drew and Lea Lachey about what's going on here and a show you're going to want to see, one they've been working on for 4 years.
Yeah, we really feel strongly that everyone is welcome in this space. All artists, all walks of life, and also just kind of like creating a space where they feel safe to explore. I always say this in class like every night. I'm like, up your failure rate, which a good friend of ours said years ago. It's important. It's important to feel safe in this space so that when you get out in the real world, you know what works and what doesn't, whether you're going to the arts or not.
We have kids that have graduated from our program, gone on to conservatory programs, and now are working in the field. We have people that are actually on Broadway. We have people that are out touring, doing technical theater. We have people that are focusing on songwriting. We have people that are teachers. So our kids, our students.
They are our kids.
Yes, but it can get kind of confusing. We have 2 biological children, and then we have about
like 1,000 other kids.
a bunch of other kids. It's more about giving them permission to follow their dreams wherever their dreams are. It doesn't have to be being on Broadway. It doesn't have to be in the arts. It has to be following their heart and giving them permission to follow their heart, giving them permission to challenge themselves, to fail, to think outside the box. And that's what the arts really does. It teaches you the discipline. It gives you that ability to not just think, oh, I got an A on this test. It allows you to kind of broaden your idea of what success is.
One of the things you guys are working on, and it's funny you mentioned kids, you refer to it as your other child, and that's Labelless. So tell us about Labelless and what that is.
Oh my gosh. So we've been working on this for almost 4 years now. It's an original piece that we created dealing with racism, sexism, bullying, mental health, disability, homophobia, classism. Started with an exercise in a music theater class where we had our students write down anonymously how they were discriminated against. And we really did just kind of believe it was going to be an exercise. We came home that night, we spread out the piece of papers on our kitchen table and cried because it was really apparent that there was some not so great stuff going on. And from that, we created the show, and God, I mean, we've performed it, 4 times now?
Yeah, we've filmed it. We've done it 4 times. We did it at the OTR Film Festival back in 2018. It really was just about empathy, like write down a way that you feel discriminated against, and then we can kind of talk about it so we can find empathy. Because as performers, you need to be able to be empathetic. And from there, it really, like she said, just kind of snowballed into this thing where we realized that a lot of the issues that we felt were like, oh, on the back burner or in the past, just a rearview mirror, are still very real and present to a lot of people. Whether they are present in our lives doesn't mean that they don't still exist. Yeah, it's a constantly evolving thing. And for us as, kind of the parents of this child, to know when to let it sit and when to keep evolving with it, and when to creating and adding new numbers. And
yeah, I struggle with that a little bit. It's like, when do we leave it alone and just take it out to the public, or when do I just continue to keep tweaking it? It really, we feel so strongly about it. It creates that dialogue. It creates those conversations around the kitchen table that I think are important in families and in communities. So we are hoping to get it out again in August here in Cincinnati, with the help of our friends at Brave Berlin, Kristen Schlottman, the film commissioner. So we are very excited to have this amazing creative team to help get it off the ground.
What has been the reaction, not just from audiences, but also from the performers themselves to Labelless?
Oh, wow.
It's
connected to it.
Yeah, it's become a passion project for all of them. Like, they are passing up other jobs to try and be available for this. They are saying, all right, when do I need to let my professors in college know that I need to miss so I can make sure I'm back for it? And it really is, it's a living, breathing thing, because it is their stories. It isn't some hypothetical scenario. It's not some fictional play that's been, adapted from a novel. These are real life people dealing with real life scenarios. and they are their stories.
And I think that's very important too, because it's their stories. They then work with Drew, and Drew then tweaks it and rewrites. And so as you can imagine, there are 20 million drafts of each piece. But it's important. It's so very important for the world today.
And the community that this cast has, whether the show's happening or not, they are constantly in contact with each other, supporting each other, traveling to see each other in different shows, or visiting each other at college, or attending each other's graduation from high school. It really has become a family. And the safe space that this show creates, it's kind of a juxtaposition, because when they're performing the show, they're at their most vulnerable. They are bearing their souls, and they are letting the public into their lives and their stories. But at the same time, they are the safest, because they are built into this community that supports them and loves them and will nurture them and help lift them up when they fall. So I think, you asked what they get out of it. I mean, I think they get that sense of family, which is probably the biggest joy that we can have in our lives, is to offer that and be a part of that.
What is next for Lachey Arts?
Well, we got 2 classes tonight. And then
So lots of summer classes. Yeah. We have our big 2-week camp that we've been doing now for, this is the 11th
year.
Yeah. Lots of stuff going on this summer. Labelist rehearsals will take place in this space starting the end of July. There's some interesting workshops and intensives that will pop up on our Instagram and social media, which we like to kind of give back. It's never a dull moment here.
Yeah, I mean, we're adding songwriting workshops. Yeah. We just hung lights in here, so now we're able to offer kind of a technical theater aspect as well. So we can work on music production, we can work on songwriting, we can work on lighting, sound mixing, as well as dance, acting, voice lessons. There's a lot. we don't rest.
All right, everybody, hope you loved this latest episode of Cincinnati People. We loved putting it together for you, and we're going to be back in just a few weeks with much more from the creative and curious side of Cincinnati. We'll see you then.